Okay.
Yeah, what a
Who was in the wrong? That's what people are trying to decide about this viral video, but things are not as simple as they may seem. So the video was uploaded to TikTok by Ted Czar, who does these videos where he stops people on the street and he asks them what they do for a living, and funnily enough, they are usually celebrities. And in this video, you see this laughing, stylishly dressed pair walking towards the camera, when all of a sudden, out of nowhere, another woman going the other way gives the woman a real shunt in the shoulder. And the pair, they're good-humored about it, and they kind of laugh it off, but now a debate is raging about who is at fault. And it's also opened up some other discussions, all of which I will tell you about right now, because this is Scroll Deep, my friend, the show that keeps up with internet nonsense so you don't have to. So make sure to like and follow wherever the follow thing is, to stay informed, and more importantly, to stay informed. There are basically three camps of thought, four actually if you count Camp Rock, which I do. The first camp is people who think it's the girl in white's fault because she seems to almost go out of her way to shunt the hero of our story in a rude and mean manner. She also doesn't look back, she doesn't apologise, she's just powering through. The second camp, looking Camp right in the eye, say that no, it's our hero's fault. The pair were taking up the whole pavement, or sidewalk if you will, and the woman had nowhere to go and she had to bump into them, which, you know, kind of makes sense. They're taking up a lot of room. But there's also a third option which we must consider. In fact, an option we must always consider these days, which is this fake? Now, upon examination, you know, this guy's videos do seem to be sort of gently fake in the sense that he sort of pretends to run into celebrities in public who seem very up for just talking to him for no reason. In this particular video, these people aren't famous as far as I know. They're just kind of a fashionable pair wearing quite expensive clothes. So it's obviously set up that he's not actually running into them. But that girl running into them? Was that fake? I don't know. The fact that she doesn't look back or apologise, that kind of gives credence to the fakeness to me. It doesn't seem to be an ad, so we can rule that out. Is the whole thing AI? Possibly. No. So weigh in on the comments about what you think about this video, who you think is at fault. People have been really offering all kinds of opinions, but this also gives us a chance to talk about probably our favourite topic on this show, which is filming in public. And rule 16 of Scroll Deep, we have many rules. Rule 16 of Scroll Deep is, if you're going to film in public, you're not allowed to get annoyed at the public. Because that's where the public is. The public is in public. That's why it's called public. And we've seen a lot of this lately, right? There's an influencer called Victoria Paris who was trying to film a video in public, and then people walked through her shot and she got really annoyed. There was another woman called Antonia Lydia who was trying to film what she called an aesthetic tube video on the London Tube, where she set up her phone and was kind of posing in front of a tube train. And then someone had the gall to walk down a public tube platform and she was like, my shot, and was getting really annoyed about it. Look, yeah, you can film your stuff in public, but you can't be annoyed that the public's there. That's where they live. You know where there's no public? Private. Film your videos there, then you're fine. Although to be fair, you know, if you live in an army base, you might get a private walking into your video. So that's tough. Because it's not impossible to film in public without being a real D*****K. No swearing on this show, family show. Look at Tube Girl. Not a girl in the shape of a tube in a horrific manner, but a girl who dances on the tube. I think her name is Sabrina. And she dances around in public and she's full of confidence, and yes, queen, we love her. And now she's done brand deals with like every fashion house in the world. And she didn't reply to my email about being on this show, but she's great and she does stuff in public and she doesn't really bother people. Like maybe she plays a little bit of music out of her phone, but people don't seem bothered by her. She's not like grinding on random people in the tube or like getting annoyed because people are in her shot. She's just living her life. It's possible. It is possible. Aiden makes a good point, which is anytime I ever say I like someone on this show, they always get immediately cancelled. It truly is the touch of death to get a thumbs up from me. So apologies to Tube Girl and her agent for what's about to happen to her income. What do I think about this? Well, I do think she just actually bumped into these people, and I think she was within her right to do that personally. They were taking up the whole sidewalk, and I think if you have no choice but to bump into someone, you're allowed to bump into someone. I do think she should have maybe apologized though. She could have been like, I'm so sorry. And then they would have been like, that's very sweet of her and that's kind. But again, what do you think? Let us know in the comments down below. And also, if you have any ideas for things you'd like us to cover here on Scroll Deep, let us know. We read all your comments and we enjoy them greatly. We get some very funny comments. It's a good community, a family, if you will, a cult, if you will. Until next time, though, I'll leave you with our classic outro. We could have had it scrolling in the deep. You had my heart and scroll in your hands, and you played it to the deep.
Oh my god.
Thank you. And that's computer related because she's Adele.